Hey everyone, it's been a long time since I've made a video. It's been since I made a Saunders Mad Mods e-bike review 5 months ago, and this channel has over time primarily been about car stuff, and I haven't made a car video for 7 months, and that video wasn't, well, it's kind of funny. It's my most viewed video of all time somehow. It's about my Ford Bronco. But it's been over a year since I made a video about sports cars, which is really my thing. Um, and yesterday I was hanging out with my buddy, and he said, "Let's watch a car YouTube." We were like hanging out at my house with some friends and watching YouTube, and he said, "Oh, let's watch a car video." And then he said, "Oh, my favorite car YouTuber is hasn't made a video in too long." He was making fun of me, obviously. Um, anyway, I've been busy, been away for a good reason, for good reasons, and this is just going to be a gigantic update. Tons of stuff, lots of really exciting things, in my opinion, and I've got it fairly organized to try to get through it as quickly as possible. And I think the most exciting things will be at the end. So, yeah, let's jump right in. I've got a little folder here, starting with folder number one. Things, this is updates for cars that I've sold. Number one, the BMW M5 Pure Metal that I had. I did make a couple videos about this. Not enough though. I didn't make enough content about it. It's a great car. A lot of power, rear wheel drive, looked amazing, comfortable, good family car. Just kind of scrolling through some pictures, but this was sold like I don't know what it was, but it was like a year ago. Anyway, so that's the first car that I don't think I've really mentioned that I've sold. Next is Audi Rs6 Avants, plural. And I should make an entire, when I'm going through these little categories in this video, some of them I'll probably mention if I'm going to be making like a whole video about it, this topic, or hope to make a whole video. And some things I'm just going to mention them. There's not going to be a video. So the M5 sold. I'm not making a whole video about this. The R6 Avants that I had, there probably will be a whole video about that, because there was a lot of drama that went on with the Avants that I had. But the summary here for you guys is that I sold my M5 for the Avant, and I didn't like it enough to justify the price, if that makes sense. Awesome looking car. For whatever reason, the seats, despite looking amazing, gave me back pain. I don't know why. There are some other people that said they had the same problem. I think it's just something to do with how tall you are or your body type or whatever. But I'm a heavier dude, and the other guy that had back problems is a really, really skinny guy. So I think he's around the same height as me. I'm 6 foot. I think he's like 6'3". So maybe it's tall people don't fit as well. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Keep moving on here, right? Next up, we've got my Evo. I've got a ton of pictures of it somewhere, and I couldn't find them, and I was just kind of rushing through this. So there's just one picture of my son driving it. He was obviously not really driving it, but you know what I mean. So that sold. That took a long time to sell. And then the coolest car I've ever owned, my GT3S. I did sell that. I guess now it's been about 6 months, and I just couldn't help myself. If you've watched any of my channel, you knew that I leased this car. It ended up being a very good investment to do a lease, and the market was so insane that I could sell it for more than I bought it for. So it's either I needed to keep the car and buy out the lease was over, so I could buy out the lease or whatever you want to call it, or I could sell it. And I just decided that with how the market was, I figured that if I wanted another one later, I could just buy one once the market dropped. So that was my justification, and it worked out. I still feel good about all of that. Sometimes I miss it a little bit, but I still have other cars to drive, so I'm fine. So just scrolling through some pictures. This is when it was at West Coast Exotics, where I ended up selling. There's a TJ Hunt's purple GT3 in the background. Just another angle of that. All right. So I do want to make a whole video about the whole process, owning this car for 3 years, what it was like, buying it, selling it, owning it, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I'll have time to, but that is on the docket. My Z4M Coupe that I had some videos about. This is a Copart car I bought, I think almost 4 years ago. Hail damaged, cool car. Had a lot of cool memories about this car from when I was younger, when I worked at a BMW dealership when I was in college, and it just didn't really live up to my expectations that I had from my memory of driving it when I was, like around 21 years old. I sold it to a buddy of mine for an insanely cheap deal. Kyle, you're welcome if you're watching this. Next up, and there will not be any more videos about that car. Maybe there will be. If Kyle ends up fixing it up completely, like doing a new paint job and putting all the parts and getting it back to stock, maybe I'll make a video with him about it. And finally, this is just a bike because I like bikes a lot. This is a bike that I had bought and I sold it. Really rare, hard to get bike. It's a BMX bike. This first picture is kind of funny. This is what it really looks like when you just buy one. It's a PK Ripper. Oh gosh, now I'm going to be an idiot because I forgot the name of this exact PK Ripper. There's a bunch of different versions of it, but it's like the big one that had 29-inch wheels. Awesome BMX bike, but it's very heavy, kind of harder to flick around for tricks and stuff, but a very heavy and solid bike and good for a bigger guy like me, for just, cruising around. A lot of nice upgrades and stuff on it that come with it from the factory. Really amazing brakes, great cranks, and everything about it is just really high quality, but very expensive for a BMX bike. And I bought two BMX bikes and I ended up keeping the other one. Actually, I won't be mentioning that other bike in the videos just because I forgot about it. That's fine. But I did end up, as an experiment, strapping a 1,000-watt Bafang motor to it. So you can see right here, here's the motor, here's the battery pack, and I hit like 30 miles per hour riding this BMX bike with no gears. So that was pretty fun. But ended up taking all that stuff back off, and I still have that stuff in my garage if I want to put it on another bike at some point. Oh, you know what? This is going to be like Where's Waldo? Spot the Spindrift can, because I think that's in multiple pictures. Different Spindrifts and stuff, because I like Spindrift a lot. All right, moving on. So we're done with things that I sold. Let's go to life things. Here's our puppy, who's now 1.5 years old. Let's see, I'll start with some of the puppy pics here. There's some sunglasses on him. Here he is chilling on the couch. This is when he wasn't fully grown. He's an actual puppy. He's probably like 4 months old here. Here he's still about 4 months old. It's funny, his coloring was very creamy, like a cream color. And here he is driving my truck and hanging out on his dog bed. And he's like fully grown here now. I think he's about 50 pounds. He's a Husky Malamute Chow Chow mix, and he's awesome. Good member of the family. This is just a reminder of last year when I went to TJ's house and helped him set up this racing simulator. We built the computer you can see right here in the background, and I filmed some stuff with him. I don't remember if I ever put it online or not, but that was his racing simulator. I don't know if he's been using it. I need to talk. I haven't really been talking to him much lately. Good guy. Hospital. That's a great picture, huh? About a year ago, I had a collapsed lung. It was not a fun experience. I had to go to the hospital. I thought I had COVID. I didn't. I had like walking pneumonia and a collapsed lung. It was very disheartening for me because I was trying to lose weight by doing a lot of exercise. I was doing a lot of Peloton exercising, and I couldn't really do that anymore. And I was actually doing a whole video series about turning $100 into a Lamborghini, I think I called it, on my other channel, Computer Headquarters. That's my business, and it really took the wind out of my sails. I'm not gonna say it was the worst thing that's ever happened in my life or anything, but it just sucked, and I stopped making those videos and gained weight that I had lost and stuff. So that was not fun. But anyway, actually, I guess I don't have that in here, but I've been doing fasting and intermittent fasting, I should say, and keto diet and exercise for the past like two months straight. I think it's been now, and I've lost about 15 pounds and trying to get healthier. I want to live a long life and be there for my kids. So speaking of kids, this is the garage that I built for my son. Oh, look, spot the Spindrift. So this is just IKEA furniture stuff. I forgot what these are called, but if you need to know, I actually filmed a whole video about this. So if you're interested in this, there'll be an entire video. I already filmed it. It'll probably be posted in the next week. But these are all individual doors that I call garage doors. They all have little hydraulic struts on them. My son has a bunch of these really large cars, and they're really cheap these days. I think at Target they're like $25 for a huge, gigantic car. So, so he's kind of got a lot of them over the years from grandpa and grandma and stuff, Christmases and birthdays, and they were all over the house. So this was kind of like a nice way to hide them. So anyway, there'll be a video about that because it's kind of a fun project and easy to do for even a novice like me. Sports. There's nothing in here. It's just me talking. So my kids have been very active in sports. They both were playing soccer and baseball or softball for my daughter. Most recently, they're both doing competitive club soccer. There's like at least twice a week type of thing. And the baseball, softball just ended, but they were also doing tennis and they were also doing swimming. Swimming is over now. They know how to swim. They won't drown. That's good. Check. And tennis lessons, I think, are going to be starting again. I don't know if we're going to be doing it, but my son's now going to be starting basketball and flag football. So that's 4 sports for him alone. So we've been very busy. It's part of the reason why I haven't been making videos, and family first, that type of thing. So here is a quick video. This was last Christmas, 2021, and it was just snowing. It was a lot of fun. We went to a mountain and did a lot of like tubing stuff, but we rented a Jeep Wrangler, just a basic sport or whatever, and driving that, it has just that whatever the V6, the basic V6 that comes with it. Driving that back to back after driving my Bronco made me realize how much I really don't like my Bronco. And I don't think I remember to put that in any of this stuff when I go to. Yeah, I don't know if I have an update on my Bronco in here, but I have been meaning to put it I've been meaning to sell it for months. It has only 400 miles on it. I don't drive it. It's a cool idea, but I think I like Jeep Wranglers better. And I'll get into that. I'll get into Jeep Wrangler stuff in a little bit. So solar panels. This is just a little video of me on the side of my house. There's 10,000, I think it's 10,000 or 12,000 watts of solar panels that have been chilling on the side of my house for like 5 months. I need to get them installed, but I'm going to do like a DIY type of thing probably with those. So that will be fun for the channel. If you like solar stuff, I really like solar stuff. Just notes on test driving stuff. I test drove this E63S matte blue car at one point. It was pretty nice. I did like it. I'm not really a Mercedes type of guy, but the dealership was really pushing me to just drive it, and I was like, well, someone's begging me to drive a $100,000 super sedan. I'm not gonna say no. I really like that color too, so that was fun. And then I don't actually have pictures of the Turbo S I drove, but I did drive a 992 Turbo S, this is I think this place is called Hive in San Diego. They had a Mark IV Supra, an NSX, an R33 GTR, and then more importantly, they had you can actually see the Turbo S right there in the background. But they had an LFA there, which is one of the rarest cars in the world. You'll barely ever see those, and I think they're going for $600 to $1 million now. Really amazing cars. I liked the Turbo S, but I didn't like it enough to want to pay. I think last I saw, Turbo S's are going for like $50,000 to $100,000 over sticker, and Turbo S's also don't hold their value like GT series cars do. So it's a great daily driver, but it wasn't what I wanted, if that makes sense. It was good that I test drove it. It also didn't feel overwhelmingly fast like everyone says it feels. So I don't know, it's just me. All right, things that I bought since last I did updates. My Gt500 Mustang. Freaking love this car. I think these videos are like unloading it from the truck. This is like I've had it for about a year now, so nothing special there. Couple pictures. This was me going to Costco. Just took a picture to show people like, yeah, you can fit a lot of stuff in the trunk. And then this is a little quick video. I will use VLC for this and give you some audio because the audio is important. I'm really hoping you guys can. probably, I don't know if I might even keep it even once I get my Cybertruck. We'll see what happens with that. But because it's a work vehicle, it might just be worth keeping both of them. This is just Golden Drock. It's like my favorite beer. I had a keg of it. This is just like, things I bought. I bought a keg of Golden Drock at one point, which is very expensive to buy a whole keg, but worth it in my opinion. I'm also not drinking beer anymore right now. I haven't had a beer in like 3 months or 2 months or something, for the keto diet thing I was talking about. This is a watch that I bought. It's my dream watch. I've wanted this watch forever. It was crazy stupid expensive when it came out, and I got a really, really good deal buying one from Europe, a used one. I think I made a whole video about this watch and then never posted it. I don't know where it is, so I might have to make a new video, but I did make a video of my Porsche Designs watch that I bought on eBay, and that actually got a decent chunk of views. So I would like to make a video about this watch, or find the one I already made. Oops, I closed that. Let me go back to where I was. Desktop. Okay. Okay, Trek Rail, and this is another bike. I don't know if I'll ever make a video about this bike. There's tons of videos. It's crazy. It's a very popular bike, but it's a Trek Rail 9.8 XT. I am not an experienced mountain bike rider. This bike is for an experienced mountain bike rider that knows like what they're doing and is going to go do like the crazy jumps and all the back crazy downhill trails and stuff. And I'm a total rookie that just likes to buy cool stuff. So is it wasted on me? Yeah, it has a carbon fiber frame and like everything upgraded the top level. And I just really liked it, to be honest with you. I test drove a lot of different bikes that were electric mountain bikes, and have some good trails by me that I can just go out of my front door, and I don't have to get like, I don't have to even put it in my car. I can just ride out of my house and go. But I haven't done that enough, to be honest with you. But I got on this bike, and right away I was like, this is amazing. I love this bike, and I was sold. I probably didn't need to get a 9.8 XT. I probably could have got the most basic Trek Rail and been just as happy, but whatever. Frey Beast. This is the Frey Beast. Just a quick video of it in my garage. That's the Trek Rail I was talking about earlier too. And there's my BMX bike. I forgot the name of it. It's a PK Ripper as well. But the Frey Beast, it goes like 40 miles per hour. It's stupid fast. It doesn't have the same awesome components as the Trek Rail. Has good components, but not as awesome. The prices for the two bikes are about the same. I think they're both around $8,000. The Frey Beast is just $8,000 because of how fast it can go. It's basically just letting you do things you're not supposed to legally be able to do. And this is I'm going to make a whole video about the Frey Beast for sure. I think last I looked, no one's made a video about that bike yet. But this is like my little video I had to make for them, and they wouldn't let me buy about it. Actually, I think that was an outtake. They wouldn't let me buy the bike without sending them a video of me with an e-bike that I already owned to show them that I had experience riding e-bikes. I was like, dude, I had a Ducati Diavel, like I forgot how many, like 160 horsepower motorcycle. You're not gonna let me buy an e-bike? And they're like, nope, you need to send me that thing. So anyway, I've had a lot of Jeep Wranglers in my life. I like Jeep Wranglers a lot, and this is my first car I ever owned, which was a Jeep Wrangler X, and that's me when I was like 16 years old. Much better looking, skinnier version of 37-year-old Alex. So literally 20 years ago. So yeah, that was my first car that I owned, and I really loved it. Had good memories of that. And I just recently bought another Jeep, and it's a total junker. This is it right here. When I bought it, I didn't realize the hood was silver because the snow was piled on top of it. I thought that was just snow. But once I got it, I realized, see, look, it's a silver hood. This is a 2008 two-door Rubicon with a blown motor. I bought it on Copart for what I thought was a really crazy good deal. That wasn't quite as good of a deal as I thought it would be, and shipping right now is stupid, so that made it worse, but everything is still fine. I'm still happy with it. And it's here. I have it, and I'm going to be doing a motor swap, and I've already bought like a crazy amount of, pretty much my plan. I'm going to probably be making a lot of videos about this. It's going to be a whole project. I want to do a BMW M57 diesel 3.0 liter inline six turbo, or twin turbo, I should say. So it's a twin turbo, 3.0 liter inline six twin turbo diesel motor. I want to swap that into this, and then with a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, which is the 8HP70. And then I'm gonna have to do a lot of custom stuff. It's gonna be a nightmare. It's gonna be a crazy project. It'll probably take a year, maybe 2 years. Maybe it will never happen. I'm gonna try though. But that's gonna be a whole thing. And then like I already have like new fenders, new bumpers. The whole car is gonna get repainted. All sorts of stuff. I'm actually not trying to make it have like huge tires or anything. I just want it to be like a really awesome daily driver that has a lot of power. So anyway, that's the Jeep. I told you it was going to get more exciting. Hopefully that's a little more exciting. And then I just bought this 2011 BMW M3 Sedan. So it's an E90. I love these cars. I have really good memories. One of my best friends, Brian, had a E92 with like a $10,000 exhaust system. It sounded amazing. I've always just really liked these. And this colors, the colors with this, it's the Interlagos blue with gray interior. I had a Montego blue, I think it was. No, Monaco blue. E90 335i sedan in 2007 that I loved, and also had the gray interior. And I just loved the blue with the gray interior. And this has some nice aftermarket wheels. It has a aftermarket intake, and it has aftermarket exhaust. And it does have a lot of miles, but it's a good price. I don't know if the rod bearings were done, so maybe I'll make some videos about this when it comes in. But it's gonna be a couple weeks until I get it. And then finally, the biggest news here would be the car I just bought last week, which is a 2019 Porsche Targa 4S. And I've had this dream project that I've wanted to do forever, and I've been looking for the perfect car as the base to work on, and this seemed to fit the bill. So this is from Copart. This was a crashed car with a clean title. And you can see that this cut right here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. This cut right here, it looks like the insurance company cut into that to see if there's frame damage, and there's not frame damage. So this rear quarter panel might need to be replaced. But let's see, I should have more picture. There we go. These are the Copart pictures. I actually drove to the Copart lot. I have a bunch of pictures I took myself. The car is very dirty, very scratched up, lots of work. They really did not do a good job of showing all the damage on the Copart pictures. But there are scratches on the quarter panels. The wheels are pretty jacked up. The tires are jacked up. There's like a tube that's falling down in one spot out of the front of the car. I think it's like windshield washer fluid. The interior is pretty scuffed up and gross. There are the headlights are cracked. Like you can't see it very well in these pictures, but like right there, it's literally chipped off and broken, and right there, chipped off and broken. And this one is broken right there, and there are some heavy scratches in the front. And also, if I go back to, let's see if I have a better picture of the front. Like this plastic stuff in here is all broken. Plastic stuff in here is all broken. Anyway, this thing's gonna be a lot of work, and this is my crazy plan. All right, I want to make this what I would call a GT3 Targa, and I want to switch the front fenders on both sides to GT3 RS vented fenders. I want to switch the hood to the GT3 RS. It would be the 991.2 GT3 RS hood, so carbon fiber hood with the two, I think they're called Naka ducts. Switch the front bumper to GT3 RS bumper. Switch the rear quarter panels to GT3 RS rear quarter panels with the intakes on them. Switch the rear bumper to the GT3 RS bumper, rear bumper. My son just joined me here, so there might be some weird noises, but hold on, Leo, I'm making a video, okay, buddy? And then the interior, I want to redo the entire interior, like the Club Sport. The Sport Classic that just came out. So it's like a tan, like a dark, like brownish tan with like a cloth insert in the middle. So I have to redo like the whole dash, the whole interior has to be completely changed. But basically what I want to make is like a SEMA car, like something that's that crazy, something I'm going to keep forever. It's going to be a lot of money, a lot of work. It's probably going to take a couple years to do, but that's my dream. I've wanted to do it forever, and I've already bought this car. It'll be here next week. So I will have a video up about that right away, just a walk around on the car, talking about it and stuff. So that pretty much wraps up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the updates, and I'll see you in the next one.